Stephen Hawking once said that AIs can either be the world's best invention or blessing, or it's gonna be the worst thing that humanity can find. Everyone has their own views regarding this, but the saying goes, if you never try, you'll never know. That's exactly why we need to explore AIs more so we reach the point where it's further developed. So what are AIs then? An AI is a technology that mimics human intelligence, which allows computer applications to learn from experiences via iterative processing and algorithmic training. This is where a machine would acquire an intelligence that's equal to or greater than that of humans, which includes self-awareness, learning, and planning for the future. From AIs like Google's Lambda to sentient AIs that have the ability to feel, this whole topic is about how we should see the further development of the conversation of AIs. What does that mean? It means that when you talk about AI, you're not just talking about a machine that can help us humans, but one that can actually look like one. It's like you're making humans, they can feel, they can think. It is no longer about whether or not it's going to be beneficial, because everyone knows AI is going to be beneficial in their lives. Just take a look at vaccine distributions in our daily lives right now. For example, paduli ganungi, right? And everything in our lives is going to at least consist of like a little bit of metadata or machine learning anyway. For example, the computers in our daily lives, Google, Alexa, Siri, robots for cleaning homes, even robo-investors. It is about whether or not development of these AIs should or should not have a limit. The question is whether or not AI should be made like humans or not. For example, Japan makes AI friends. It's installed in your homes and you talk to them, they'll reply. Should it be developed to the point that it actually mimics humans, or should sentient AIs be developed? Should we actually put elements of humanity and personhood in these AIs? For it to be effectively implemented, of course, the AIs have to be accountable and transparent. The biggest critic that AIs can be characterized as is that this technology is going to be monopolized by the world's elites. Those big tech giant companies like Amazon by Jeff Bezos, the Tesla company owned by Elon Musk, Meta, and Google. These are probably going to be the ones who will have access to these AIs and know all the intricacies of these AIs. Some people think that AI should be banned, but really what we're doing is supporting a good implementation of this development. So why then is the principle of the development of AIs in line with the principle of humanity? First of all, humanity is all about development. Secondly, humanity is all about correcting the mistakes that we did in the past. For example, in this case, we created this invention in the past that didn't really work, so we would want to correct it and develop it better for our future. But thirdly, it's about the maximization of humanity and utility. How does it help humanity and develop utility more? The development of these AIs, whether it's sentient or not, is actually in line with all the parameters of the principles of humanity. All the risks that might happen can also be mitigated because there's a difference between when you're saying that we need to ban this and regulate it. For example, driving a car can be dangerous. Lots of people die from it, but it's a government ban driving. No, they don't, because there's more benefits in the cost and benefit analysis, but the government regulates it instead. Or do the government ban drugs like heroin? Yes, they do, because there's no utility benefit, but the harms are clear. So that's the thing. The moment you ban these AI developments, there will be no way of actually regulating it in the first place. This should be properly regulated. That's why, for safety, so we can further develop it. How will it be beneficial for us humans then? Firstly, this could be an advancement for modern virtual organizations which will serve for the better of our own society. Because AI systems get smarter with each successful round of data that is processed. It will be completed rapidly and much faster than the rate a human being would be able to perform that similar work. So they can become experts way faster than us humans, making them incredibly effective options for any sort of process requiring intelligent decision making. It will allow devices with each task that each AI is assigned for to think and behave like us humans, but at much faster speeds with much more processing power than the human brain can produce. But moreover, this can even help us in terms of human relationships. How's that? Sentient AIs. They enhance humanity in a way that on a personal level, people can have company and someone to talk to. Because the cruel reality is that so many people are lonely, and you also cannot make sure that everyone in this world has a good support system. That's why, like in Japan, they literally built a technology called AI Friends. That's why they value it so much. This is for the people who do not have friends or family or a good support system. These AIs will learn the user's interests and habits over time, and they offer and provide the emotional support for those people. Note that not everyone is born into a family that is always harmonious and loving. And yes, still, there are times when family members fight, but not all are actually lucky enough to have that support system to begin with. It doesn't matter like whether or not it's about the standards or happiness, because they cost, but it's the support system is non-existent to begin with. So that's the problem, because no one can solve the issue of the lottery of birth when we have the technology that can actually help these individuals. Just think of how it will affect them. Even without realizing it, AI is already part of our world, and they're doing great things as of now. From being used in factors like education, healthcare, to manufacturing or banking, artificial intelligence will introduce a new technique to solve new problems because of their ability to hold and process enormous amounts of data. It improves work efficiency and introduces a new and improved interface for human interaction. They can be extensively more of a blessing when they're further developed, because they'll be able to do so much more. They could revolutionize the world and change the future. Thank you.